Although virtually alone, I appeared to be so connected. Through taking fundamentals of oral communications online, I was able to learn how to become a competent communicator, even though there was no real in-person interaction. Within this course, I was taught the basics on how to communicate with a variety of people in a variety of environments. One of my biggest takeaways from this course has to be the knowledge I learned about nonverbal communication. In addition, this course taught me how to research for speeches and even to work in groups. Overall, this course has taught me the skills I need to become a more competent communicator. In order to become a more competent communicator, I learned the importance of nonverbal communication, finding effective supporting materials for speeches, and skills for participating in groups. One major thing that I learned within this course was the importance of nonverbal communication and how it affects competent communication. I learned that nonverbal communication is an essential component within all communication. According to Sellier, the author of Communications Making Connections, or otherwise our textbook, explains that nonverbal communication includes all of the behaviors, symbols, attributes, or objects that communicate messages with social meaning. According to Marcus Kopensteiner and Greg Sterling, who are researchers at the University of Vanya in Pittsburgh, explain that the movements of eyes, eyebrows, head, hands, and arm accompany speech through illustrating and emphasizing what is being said. Sellier, the author of Making Connections, notes that we spend more time communicating non-verbally than verbally. In addition to the large component that nonverbal communication is, it is also an important way to make your speech more impactful and more memorable. According to Sellier, nonverbal communication is a way to make your communication more impactful and more memorable. According to a research within our textbook, it shows that when uses are, communication, nonverbal communication is used within a communication, it's 12 to 13 times more powerful and impactful than accompanied with a verbal message. In addition to learning about nonverbal communication, I learned how to effectively research for supporting materials for speeches. Sellier describes the importance of developing a research plan. They go really in depth and explain how you must have enough time to get enough effective research. They also explain the importance of finding a variety of sources, and then once you get all of your sources, to think critically about your speech. In addition to developing a research plan, Sellier explains that you need to critically think about the sources you're looking for. The sources that we look for now are mainly on the internet. And with the internet, there's so many different things that you can look for, so we need to be careful of what sources we're going to be using so we can get the most credible sources for our best speeches. In addition to learning about how to research for supporting materials in speeches, I learned how to participate in groups and teams. Sellier explains that it is super important to set goals and roles for all team members and the total team. The goals act as a way to motivate members so they are driven towards that end goal. In addition, the roles allow everyone to feel as if they are contributing and helping with the end goal. In addition to setting goals and roles, it is according to the Alberta Agriculture and Forestry, it says that effective leadership is the key component to the group success. They also explain that virtually all members can find the skills to become leaders. In conclusion, I would like to emphasize the importance of competent communication. Every day, people communicate with each other, but rarely think about how to do it better. Through an education on oral communications, individuals will be able to gain a better understanding on how to lead more competent communication. Personally, through taking oral communications, I believe that I have become a more competent communicator through my new gained skills in nonverbal communication, finding supportive material for speeches, and group communication. Overall, the education provided through fundamentals of oral communication will serve a lifetime.